Hello. Hello, Matt. Yada Michael. Ryan Dolch. Hi, Bool. $1 million in Juke City. Hello. I kind of have a new, not stream background. Well, kind of stream background. But I got a new shelf today for more inventory. So I have all the cappies. Well, cappies and then some of the other new stuff. But yeah. Had to make more room. So I know I said I was going to do MX Blacks on PP plate, but I'm going to try, I'll still do that, but I'm going to try this today, and then I'll do that later. But these are the new SW Coco Blacks. So they're full travel, nylon housing palm stem with factory lubing. And they say SW on the top. And then the bottom, this is really cute. I don't know if it'll still, you can see it. Oh, yeah, you can. It has a little Swikeys Coco logo. Their little dinosaur. That's why they're called Coco Black. So super cute. Hello, Bull. Do you take questions about products? Yeah, of course. Feel free to ask. And yeah, I'm gonna use the Nerve Acero today. Oh, nice. I was wondering how these switches were gonna sound like on other boards. Ordered a few of those earlier today. Yeah, I haven't tried them in a full board yet, so I'm excited to see it. Who's the menu for these? Jaywick. So they're pretty cheap. 30 cents a switch, if I remember right. They actually sold more than I expected already, considering there hasn't been like much content and stuff. So that's cool. And I said I'd list SWK. I don't think I do. No, it says JWK on my site. It says SW Coco Black because they're Swikeys. I see that the SWK Cheddar and SW Coco Black look very similar in terms of spec, both being nylon/palm switches. Oh yeah, the Cheddars are POC stem, so there's a small difference. But otherwise, it's just the manufacturer being different. So yeah, they're a little different. And then also the Cheddars are pole bottom out, and the Coco Black are stem. But yeah, the main difference would be, well, that is the big difference, and then also the manufacturer being different. I recently got my hands on an E-Coat Gehern through KBD Fans. Is it a little biosimilar since Kaziwa made it too? No, because the Gehern is Kaziwa, but Bias is STR. So they're not really it's not the same. And then the Lilith is anodized, right? So that'll be a little different. Because the E-coating is, well, it's a coating, whereas anodizing is like a bit different in texture. More reflective. So it won't be too similar. Yeah, anodizing. What is POC? It's a type of plastic. So it's just a different makeup of plastic. Is the one you built earlier this week not the Lilith? No, the one I built, well, here it is. This one's EVA 04. This one is spray coated. So it's a little different than the Gehern on that in that aspect also, because it's spray coat instead of E-coat. But yeah, here it is, they kind of close up. Both are coating, so yeah, you are right about that. But yeah, this is the 04. And then the bottom is like a lighter gray coating. But yeah, this one's STR spray coat, whereas the Geherns are E-coating from Kaziwa. So I'm gonna take this guy apart. Oh, I gotta grab the other plate also. Do I think 4 screws is enough? Yeah. Since this isn't any compression mounting, 4 screws is plenty. Also, because of... Here, I can show the... Let me grab this. A little bit easier to show without a build in it. But... as you can see, the only places where the top and bottom case touch are in these 4 corners. So you're not going to have any like rattling in the middle, causing ping, which is normally why it's nice to have extra case screws. But yeah, since there's no compression mounting, you don't have to worry about the case warping in the middle, which can happen otherwise. But since it also only touches in the 4 corners and there's no compression, I think it's plenty. And like you can see like here, if you squeeze that, there's no warping or anything like that. Oh nice, my command's wrong. Have you had a chance to try the new plate with cutouts? No, I don't have any of those. Oh yeah, speaking of the plates. Speaking of the plates, there'll be a bit of a change for the group buy or pre-order. You'll either be able to get the old plate design, so no, it'll have this plate, and the one I'll be using today for plastic, so PP, PC, or Ultim. So we're gonna have Ultim plates, and then for the aluminum and carbon fiber, they will all have the new plate design with no spacebar tabs, and then you'll be able to pick to get the plastic plates with no spacebar tabs. Are you going to do a GS R3? Probably not. Oh yeah, it is yellow, like an amber color. Also, I'm trying this new puller that Gateron gave me. Seems pretty nice. I haven't tried out Ultimate Plate yet, so I'm excited to try it out. Hello, Objective Lazarus. Okay, so this pillar doesn't work that good on big keys. I don't know if I like it or not. Can't grab more than one at a time. Excited for Cappy to come. Yeah, I dropped off, I think, all the orders except one today. And that was because they wanted me to hold it for the Swikeys stuff. But yeah, I saw some arrive as early as Friday. So that's cool. I still have, I think there's at least one of every color in stock, I believe. Oh, Thursday. Yeah. Hopefully it's true. Sometimes USPS, well, I don't know if you're UPS or USPS, but sometimes USPS is a bit goofy. But I saw they actually scanned and they left the origin already. Oh yeah, customs. If it's UPS though, customs can be, sometimes they like pre-do it somehow, and it's like, since I attach the forms on the outside, so it's usually, sometimes it comes that quickly actually. Hello, Boney Tony. Can't stay for long, but so excited to see the stream for Patty's TKL. Is there a date for that? I think it's supposed to come on like Thursday, so probably the end of this week or this weekend. Thank you for getting my Cappy out so fast. Yeah, of course. Any words on Cap Midas? It's on the way. On the way to me, so hopefully it's coming by sea, so it might take 20 to 30 days. Okay, this thing's iffy. It's like breaking some of the little clips on the switches. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the old one and see for comparison. The nice thing about this stream is I don't have to do stabilizers again. Although I think the spacebar needs touch up. Or never mind, that was this. Mixing it up. I was also gonna unbox SW Classic Red personal set for myself that recently came in stock. Because it's like a huge base kit. Would it be possible to do half plate with oblique? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make any, but I'll have half plate files open and available. Okay, so I gotta grab the PP plate. I should also actually have an update about oblique pretty soon. So I'm going to use these guys completely stock. So we'll see how they are. I'm kind of tempted to do a little surgery on this plate, depending how it is. But I think I'll wait to do it on Mixed Black build. Maybe I'll do it in that stream. Just stream, I need to see if I need 2 sets of Cocoa Blacks or just one. There you go. Hopefully it'll help you out. Are you using them stock? Yes. I figure I'll try them out stock first and see how they are, since they are factory lubed. I need to mod like 200 hyperglides, but I don't have the willpower. Yeah. I luckily somehow like got ahead and have like 2 batches that I can just keep using. And then like if I need to take them out of a build. So I don't have to get any ready for a little bit. That's what I'm trying to do, just have to have them ready, but man, yeah. It is a pain. Especially because I feel like you have to lube and film, or yeah, you have to film and spring swap them. At least I always do. So it just adds extra time. In hand, these feel very smooth. But it'd be a good test to see how consistent the factory lubing is. Oh, the stream's... Oh, it's just the overhead cam. Okay, now we're back. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. You guys can see it now too, right? We're good now, right? I think so. It's showing up on my end on Twitch. Oh, now the nice. Okay. It's April Fool's curse, I guess. That's insane. Have I used the films again since the first time? No, I haven't lubed any switches that needed films. So I haven't needed to. But next time I do another batch of cherries, though, I plan to use them again. They've taken their spot as the go-tos for me. Same with the Chewy Springs. Oh, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done it like this. I had a great April Fool's, to be honest. I finally sold that CW... Okay. I finally sold that CW88 that I've been wanting to get rid of. Oh, nice. That's always good. Yeah, I had a good April Fool's, because DHL wasn't April Foolsing me. Kinda said there are no 55 Chewies. Yeah, there weren't any available. Speaking of Chewy, I should have gotten more 58 grams. I started with 20, and there's only 3 left. So, I need to restock those already. Or you guys have to get used to typing on heavier springs. I've been trying to spread the words of the films to the people. Feels like not enough people know about them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a converted fan. They've been out of stock for like months, almost a year. Yeah, YG said that the owner's fake. He said he was gonna order more springs. Yeah, including the long ones. Oh, thank you for the sub. So hopefully they come back soon. Yeah, there's only 3 packs left already. Have I tried 22? Yeah, I've tried the TX 22mm springs. I think that's a little too long for my taste. I prefer 18 or 20. 20 at the most for myself. Even 50 gram. Yeah, I think it's a little too snappy for me. Alex Raid, thank you, Alex. This time it's not Speak of the Devil. Nice gray, should put Wob. Wob would be nice. I'm gonna use Nerve Acero base today. New cameras? No. Same cameras. Hey yo, the blue Cappy. Yeah. With Hinderbait. Should I buy Cappy? I think it's a good keyboard. If you have the funds for it and also like it, then go for it. But to the people rating, I'm rebuilding the Bias DE today with the new SW Coco Black switches on a PP plate. Okay, so the assembly is all ready to go. It's a hot swap PCB, so you can pop it in here. Any chance for a Cappy HHKB? Unfortunately, no. There's none left. How different are the sandwich mounts? Spacebar mount. Oh my gosh, it's hard to read. How different are the sandwich mounts, spacebar mounting points in comparison to a top mount with mounting points on the spacebar? I think it's a lot less drastic since it's not as rigid of a mount. Like it's not like the only part on the plate, since like the whole, like on the top and the bottom, it's kind of like the entire plate, the entire like edge has plate being sandwiched, you know what I mean? That being said, I'll say it again since there's a lot more people now. For the pre-order, you're gonna be able to pick for the plastic plates and the stiff plates, so aluminum and carbon fiber are going to have the revised plate, which doesn't have these tabs, and it also is cut here at the stabilizer. So it'll be a little different and a little better. It's been tested, and so you should have a sound test with that. I don't know what caps to put on my Blizzard Cappy when it gets here. Ooh, yeah. Bull HHKB users. No. Hello, Elquan. I like the orange so much I bought my first one keyless. Yeah, maybe it'll be a full-time converted win keyless user. I was considering orange so I could use March Kit. Honestly, March Kit might look good on the Blizzard. Frost Switch on. Oh yeah, that's a good idea too. Okay. Let me grab the keycaps. Some of the keycaps are on a different keyboard. What USB cable is that? Oh, it's a Lindy Limo. I've been eyeing that copper coaster on your site for a while. Might have to grab it soon. It looks so nice. Yeah, this one I've been using for like a year and a half or 2 years now. So it's got some usage, you can tell. How do you get into keyboards? During COVID, when we were all stuck at home and doing more stuff on online. Kind of saw them and then thought it'd be cool. Now here I am. How was SMKX? It was very cool. It was definitely the biggest meetup I've been to. So it was cool to see so many different brands and keyboards there. What up, Bull? Was hoping you'd use those cheddar cheese. Yeah, I'll do another, I'll definitely do a stream with those soon. In what field have you studied? Mechanical engineering. I think I'm gonna go no accents today. Is the vibe of the Korean scene cool with regular non-hobbyists being into keyboards? Yeah, it seemed like it. I guess it's hard to tell since the meetup was like so. I mean, it's pretty. You have to be pretty enthusiastic to go to a meetup, I guess. Not entirely, but at least for me, I didn't really go to meetups until I got more into it. But it's very welcoming, I guess. Yeah. Interestingly enough, the Korean like market and hobbies switching more to like gamers and HE, so like it is more accessible. Are these MX Blacks? No, these are the new SW Coco Black switches. Is the linen cappy similar to GMK Classic Beige? It's a little bit lighter. It's pretty similar to the Alphas. What's the main draw to SW's new switch drops? I guess what I like about them is they have good factory lubing, so like the SWK and these SW Coco Blacks have good factory lubing, so it's kind of nice. I'm using these completely stock today, but then they also are reasonably priced in my opinion, like in the 30 to 40 cent range. So yeah, we love our overpriced rectangles. Yes, you betcha. How's it compare with MX5s? I haven't. This is the first time I've used them in a full build, so I can give a better opinion after trying this out. So far, I'm liking it. Any chance a Bowl will make an appearance soon? Maybe with the Manta release? Yeah, they are finishing up. I got some pictures of all the colors now, so that's exciting. Thank you for the resub. Which stabs are you using? These are Knight V3 stabilizers. But the mint anodizing on the bowls came out really good. Actually, I can show it. This is the mint anodized. And here's the orange. What the heck? There it is. Okay, there's the orange one. Night tips are current meta. Yeah, I like them a lot. I got Type Plus for my Cappy. I haven't used Type Plus yet. Are the bowls sold out already? Oh no, they're finishing up production now, so they haven't dropped yet. So you didn't miss out yet. But I'm really happy with how the mint ones came out. I wasn't too sure because sometimes mint is a little difficult to anodize, but I really like how both these came out. The orange is the same as the Cappies, and then this is a new color. And then there'll be 2 coated colors, and then the really cool ones. The patina, let me find. Oh, nice. Here's the patina one. Or one of them. Blue patina. So that's brass. When's the next night shift restock? I'm not positive. The Cappy's going quick. I want one, but waiting to get paid first. I don't know about quick. They're a third gone of this restock, so they're going. But you should, I don't think you need to rush, especially if you're not super particular about which colorway you get. Like, I wouldn't expect them to sell it today or tomorrow, but... Oh, you want to see the coffee patina? Sure. There's a coffee patina. It was between orange and blizzard for me, but if brown was there, I would have grabbed it. Yeah, there's only one left. Yeah, there's still some in stock, so still have a chance. Do we have a price for the bowl yet? The aluminum one should be under 50. $40, $45. And then the brass ones will be, I think, 75. Full travel, enjoy your stay proud. Oh yeah. I'm glad to see oh nice, my camera froze again. Oh, never mind, we're back. Yeah, it's cool to see a full travel SWK switch for sure. What do you guys think of the Acero base instead of neon? I like how the nerve matches the bottom case color pretty nicely. Bar over scoop? Yeah, I use bar. Zero easier on the eyes. Yeah, definitely is. Neon's very bright. I thought about using like a neon accent. But. Okay, so we could do a sound test. Some RGB. Set it to neon yellow to match the legends of the mods. Let me pull this in. Okay, so this is SW Coco Black's completely stock with a PP plate and the bias DE, GMK nerve. Yes. It's that time of the year. I think this sounds pretty good. I think I might prefer this over the PC plate. Okay, I can do some mods too here. The spacebar is better here, I think. Nice up arrow. It's always a good test on the TKLs. Yeah, I think the alphas are really nice too. Yeah, it is good for factory lube, I'd say. Like you can, it's like no scratch. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There's a little scratch. It's like it's similar to when you lube at MX Black, I think. You can kind of hear it there. It's more noticeable when you type slowly, obviously, but yeah, they remind me a lot of hand lubed MX Black. Sorry, join late. What's the build config? Yeah, this is SW Coco Blacks with PP plate. Yeah, they have like a perfect amount of scratch. Might have to take some more out of stock of these for myself. Do you guys have an ETA on Pangea full size overstock? Yeah, they should be. It should be in like May or June, probably June. The extras. How do cheddars compare to the Coco Blacks? That's a good question. I can grab a couple and throw them in here. I'm wondering the same thing. How about Pangea Mini? That'll be later summer. Later in the summer. How much was a Pangea full size again? It depended a little bit on the config, but around 500. And extras will be a little more. FYI, I got first tips on extras. Will anyone else be doing Ergo extras or just Prototypist? Just Prototypist has them left, because myself and Prototypist were the only vendors, and mine sold out like right away, and I believe they only have 2 left. So yeah, those will be the last chance, aside from the aftermarket. I'm gonna throw some cheddars into the home row here. These are also completely stock. No, I forgot which one. It was JKL, right? No. KL. Okay. So they're a little. Oh wait, let me pause the music here. They're a little deeper sounding. I like them. I think they'd be really nice on aluminum plate. What keycap set is this? This is a GMK Nerve Acero base. Pangea full size extras. Are they configurable or pre-configured? They'll be sold like the same as the group buy, where there's certain colorways. So they, yeah, I guess they're not really configurable. Now I really want to try both of them in my 2.0 instead of spring swapping my larges again. Yeah, they would be. I think they would be nice in a 2.0. I feel like the 2.0 does especially well with full travel. I feel like it gets a little hollow sounding with long pull sometimes. What switches did I switch in? These are SWK cheddars. So these are also a new SWK switch. They're full travel, the first full travel SWK, and they have a POC stem and nylon housing. And these ones are pole bottom out. Do you have any plans to make budget boards in the 150 to 200 range? I'm not sure. So the thing is, last time I did that was the LX60, and that was pretty much a huge disaster because of the people managing the group buy, which was lubed and lumen key. So, not that it put a bad taste in my mouth for budget keyboards entirely, but I've been focusing more on, I don't know if I want to say higher end, but more niche things, because I feel like when you design for budget, you have to, so like the best way to get a budget price is to make a lot of them, right? But to make a lot of them, you have to appeal to a lot of people. So then you to appeal to a lot of people, you have to go a more in the middle of the road design, which I prefer to do something a little more, not in the middle, I guess, something like Pangea, where it's like, not everybody's gonna like the frame, but that's okay. It's not supposed to be for everybody, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I've been focusing on more recently. And yeah, personally I'd be more interested in seeing more high-end boards with interesting design language and unique sound profiles. That's because there's already plenty of budget boards, mostly managed by Chinese companies who have better connections and capital to splash. Yeah, and that same reason, there are a lot of options already. I managed to get my hands on an LX60 and I liked it a lot. I think you can make uniquely good boards in that range. Yeah, I mean, you can make a good budget keyboard, but the problem is you have to compete with the existing Neo and those guys, you know what I mean? But actually, I did work on a budget keyboard that's upcoming with Intro, so you'll have to wait for that. But that again is like a collaboration type of thing. Also, just look at Alex Soto's comment section on every single video. People complaining about every board that's not a Neo board being dumb, etc. Yeah, you'll have that. I saw that on the Cappy video, which was like, well, it's not the, from being the designer, you know, it's a little sad to see, but what you gonna do? I think there's needs to be a little critical thinking about what goes into pricing and design and everything like that. So essentially feeling like your strength is more unique stuff that weighs more price. Yeah. And that's what's more fun for me also. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on. Bull Alice. Working on some ergos. I am. Is a bias DE doing a round 2? It's having a... So I don't know if you'd call it a round 2, but there was a ZFX meetup exclusive, so you could only buy it in China at the Shanghai meetup last year. And now there's a short pre-order for international. So it's not necessarily a round 2, but the pre-order goes live on this Friday. Yeah, Meister Yapper. That's me. With budget boards, I guess there's a lot more compromise on design. Might not be interesting long term. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Also would love to see you design a high-end case for the Venom HE PCBs. That's interesting you say that. I'm working on a HE... We're prototyping an HE keyboard right now. So there's an HE keyboard coming. But that being said, the Venom fits in most of my 60s. So like Cappy, you need a custom plate, but you can do Cappy can use Venom, Pangea Mini can use Venom, because they all have the same JST position. So you can use it in some of my existing 60%. Even some of the older ones like Gias and stuff. How did I get into keyboard design? Pretty much just wanting to make something that wasn't available at the time. That pretty much, and then I liked it a lot, like the whole process, even the logistics behind getting it made and stuff is really interesting to me. I once said I didn't like the side of the LX60, now look at the 3 of them I have. With intro AT. 7 words from a new personal voice. Yep, that's me. Oh, thank you for the sub. Get something machine at a shop once and you'll realize what type of cost these small run boards have to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, they cost a lot. And like, it's also like, people can get a quote from DDS or whatever and say the quote's $500, right? That literally only gets you the machined case. Like, that doesn't include PCB, shipping, any carry cases or accessories, and like everything. All my keyboards I like to do like branded boxes and bags, carry cases, microfiber bags, custom PCBs, all that kind of stuff adds up quick. So it's like there's a lot of it that goes into it, and especially when like the Neo and those guys are kind of operating at literally 10 times the scale, it makes the prices, it's not even close to the same. I think a lot of the budget boards obsessed peeps kind of forget a big part of what makes a keyboard cool is the look. Yeah, I mean, there's totally nothing against budget keyboards, especially now with the people are making cooler looking ones and that have more premium materials and stuff, which is great because in the end of the day, it brings more people into the hobby and makes it more accessible. But it's just not something I want to focus on working. So yeah. To be fair, budget keyboards used to just suck all around sound and everything, so at least now you get, you know, there's some positives. I think there's nothing wrong with budget boards, but I think it's wrong if people think anything that isn't a budget board is lame. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. It goes the other way too with people, like elitism towards if you only think a $600 keyboard's cool. Well, you kind of have the same issue. So I think it kind of makes it less fun to not have such a closed mind towards either way. I think you get a lot more enjoyment out of the hobby with an open mind and being willing to try new things. And yeah, like you said, it's GMK Handerbite. You leave my Magic 468 out of this. I've used a lot of keyboards, and these days we have a lot more good keyboards than bad. Oh yeah, totally. Totally, yeah. I remember getting like budget keyboards that were really bad, and they cost more than a fully CNC'd one now. I mean, even extreme budget, the Swag Keys Eve 65 is $30 in Korea, and it comes with a plate, PCB, and case, so it's kind of insane. I think a big reason why some budget board people don't feel high-end boards hit, though, is because stuff like Singa and TGR are very traditional custom designs. Stuff like Bion or JJW, on the other hand, have pretty flashy designs. It's a bit easier for people new to the hobby to see what it makes worth the money. Yeah. And I think a lot of people, if you have a budget keyboard that you like so much, it's easy to not see the benefit of something else if you don't care about aesthetics, you know? Especially if the performance is going to be similar, which nowadays is kind of the truth. I can see why you could get locked into that, but I think it's also a bit cringe to criticize anything else. By the way, say what you want about LumiKey, but if they weren't a partner in this and Lube or the Solar Council party at least... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, LumiKey was also... Like, Lube was only the US. Like, the LumiKey for the international, aside from some color matching problems, at least they delivered stuff. So... I just got into the space and it's been awesome. I'm looking forward to all the niche stuff coming out. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I think you're talking about renting all the Wooting clone boards. You and TKD have killed the resale prices for non-hype, non-budget boards, so yeah, that's pretty true. It seems like most stuff kind of floats around retail if it's a good keyboard. Like, if the ones that kind of drop below retail or way below retail are kind of ones that weren't sought after or they were kind of disappointing. At least that's what I've seen. I know TKD's is 6063. I don't know about Neo. 6063 is, it kind of ends up being easier because although it's more expensive, Neo, and I don't know for Neo, but I know Neo and TKD have high standards for the aesthetics, whereas like older budget boards, like they didn't care if the anodizing was terrible. So it's like, well, but now they have more pride in the quality, So it actually becomes more beneficial to use stuff like 6063 because it does anodize better, so it ends up with a higher QC pass rate and it just looks nicer in the end, so it's a kind of a trade-off. Bought a NK solder kit for practice and then thoughts of making a case for it crossed my mind. Any tips? If you can find the step file for the PCB, that'll make it a lot easier. But otherwise, it's kind of hard to give tips for something specific. The whole dodgy Mercy price hikes in the aftermarket are absolutely insane. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. It's hard to justify anything. Oh really? Oh, because it just hit an hour. Yeah. I turn them to the very lowest possible rate. But yeah, it's hard to justify any keyboard costing double or triple retail. It's kind of insane. Especially when the retail's already pretty high. But I guess ultimately the people buying them are kind of setting the price. I get so lucky on both my matrices. Yeah, if you can get a good deal on a matrix, it's a good keyboard to have. You say there may be an update on Oblique soon? Yes. Hopefully very soon. Well, it's still at least a month out because of shipping. So it's not like immediate. But the update would be more about the hopefully a release date and then some pictures of the colorways, and then we'll be sending it out to content creators. But yeah, I was also gonna unbox my SW Classic Red. I might as well do that now. Yes. So this is SW Classic Red. Comes in a very nice box. This is only $59, by the way. Which just wait till you see the kitting, because then the value is insane. These are double shot ABS and PBT blend. But yeah, so it's got a nice sleeve here, a nice cardboard box, and then they come in these nice trays. So it's got a nice tray here, and then there's the caps. So you can see they're double shot. ABS PBT blend. I'll use these on a build soon. But the kitting here is crazy. So it has a full bass with light alphas, numpad in the bass, 6U spacebar, 7U spacebar in white and red, and then also red alphas. All for $59. In a nice case. So I have some of those in stock now, and I'll have some more SW keycaps coming once they're done with production. But yeah, These are in stock and ready to ship. So here, I'll show the sound versus GMK since that's often a question. But also, like, the legends on these are really nice. Nice and consistent. Yeah, these are $59. And they're available on my site, both keyboards. Under keycaps. And they're in stock, ready to ship. But, yeah. Just go here. SW Classic Red. Budget Red Alert. It's not like Red Alert. Red Alert has beige. And yeah, it has red and white alphas, both of them. All in the same kit. How does the first 250 for DE work? Is it shared across vendors? How thin these is red? I need to confirm with Manu, but I believe it's just first 250 across all the vendors. There might be allocations, but I need to verify. But even if it's allocated, that'll be like if I have, say I have 100 allocated to me, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, here's how these sound. So then versus GMK. So they're a little deeper because they're PBT. But they don't have like a thin sound that sometimes you get with cheaper keycaps. So yeah. Do you guys have any other questions about the other in-stock stuff? Otherwise, the only other new thing is the SWK Peony switches, which are HE. So you can use those with the Venom and Wooting and those kind of things. Yes, double shot for that price with that kitting. Pretty crazy. And they have some more designs coming. So I'll also have those, and they'll all be in stock. So be on the lookout. But yeah, this actually works out well because I was looking for GMK Classic Red and I couldn't find it for a reasonable price. So now I can stop looking. And it comes in nicer trays. You got 93 if you're stocking anytime soon. I'm waiting to find out when I can get them. SW Rubber coming soon too. Yeah, there's a couple things they're making. But I think they'll all be in stock, which is nice. No group buys for SW keycaps. I need that GMK nerve set to. I've heard a lot of people asking for round 2 already. Which Manu, the designer, thought was pretty funny. It's like they might have to do it. I don't know. I ended up having to buy it twice, unfortunately, because of the whole lubed fiasco. But it was worth it. I'll have to wait till you got a few sets made. Your shipping to Germany costs so much fun. Oh, if you're in Germany, you should look at Delta Kiko. Delta Kiko, I believe, will stock many of the same ones, and he's in France, so shipping would be much cheaper. And Delta Kiko is very good. Are you happy that Jim Kidner finally... Oh yeah, totally. I'm super happy with it. I'm desperately hoping someone makes a green alert with a nice dark green. Like with beige and green. Like GMK Verdant Retro. I think the group buy just closed for that, didn't it? Nice, you partner with... Yeah, all my projects that I make go through Delta Kiko, and then we also work with many of the same people. Like Swag Keys. Prototypist saved it. Oh, Verdant Retro didn't have an alert row. Oh, I thought it did. Yeah, Delta is great. I aim to be as fast at shipping as Delta. I actually got to hang out with him for a few days in Korea. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to show on the stream. I'm gonna build this guy again with MX Blacks on PP plate. Since that's what I promised last time, but I was too excited to try these switches. And they definitely lived up to my hopes. But I didn't stock too many right now because I didn't know how they do, but they're selling pretty quick. So I'm gonna have to get more. Plus I want to keep some more for myself. Tuned in late, can you do a quick... Yeah, no problem. Yeah, in case you missed it before, this is the Bias DE with PP plate with SW Coco Black switches. And the SW Coco Blacks are available now, and Bias DE opens on Friday. So here it is. Go. I'm in North Carolina, but not sure where you're located, but I've ordered a cable and a few accessories, and I had an alert for shipping the next day. Pretty good, IMO. Yeah, I try to get stuff out in 1 to 2 days. Nice, thank you. What do you think of the board? I like it a lot. I like the aesthetics better than the Bias R2 with the LEDs. And I think it sounds good with the plastic plate. I didn't try with a metal plate, but based on the sound test, I think the plastic is the way to go. But it sounds good. And it feels nice. It's got, I didn't really talk about how it felt on the last stream, but it's got like the alphas are pretty flexible, and the spacebar, but not super flexible, that's how I like it. Anyways. Are you shipping stuff out tomorrow as well? Yeah, I'll be packing stuff up and getting it out tomorrow. Usually, like, the only reason I don't ship, like, multiple days in a row is if there's, like, one order. But there's quite a few with the stock drop from today, so I'll get those out. Next word to look at is a spider. Oh, yeah, nice. I didn't try a spider, but it looked pretty cool. Nice, hopefully I get the Cappy on hand this week. Yeah, hopefully. Are you going to sell extras in stock? for the bias. Well, the bias D actually it's I don't. There might be some in stock extras, but the first 250 units are a pre-order that ship in 1 to 2 months only. So they're pretty much done. They just have to have finishing, so the finishing will be based on the orders, and then they'll be shipped immediately to vendors. So it's super short for the first 250 orders. And then after that, it's 3 to 4 months. Yeah, they're already produced. They just need to be finished, surface finished. But the surface finish can't be done yet because then we wouldn't be able to pick the colors based on the orders. We'd have to limit the number of colors, which would be less ideal, I guess. That's like the one downside to in-stock drops. But yeah. Thanks for the info. Yeah, no problem at all. But yeah, I think there should be some extras after too. But of course, those would be after the second batch. So like that would be in the early fall. Those would be in stock. So if you want to get it faster, the pre-order actually is much quicker. But yeah, let's see if there's somebody to raid. Yes, there is. All right. Okay, let's raid Kim Lin. Any update on the Libra extras? I'm still just waiting for Kaziwa for the number of PCBs and plates. And then I'll be able to open up the pre-order. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I'll have another stream later this week with the MX Blacks. MX Blacks on PP. And I'm gonna make a sound test video with this as well, so that'll be on my YouTube. But yeah.